So, lads, Damiris Dantas is a player that is on the fever but has not gotten too much hype recently. Because obviously, with Damiris Dantas, she is a player that I thought was okay at times for the fever last year, but I very much have to say at times. I have to say at times because she was the slowest player on the team that included Aaliyah Boston. Like, she was struggling to move. She had a complete inability to play the four on defense, and she just seemed like she showed up injured for the season, and she never really got it back fully. But I'm just saying, this new version of Damiris Dantas, like, you're looking at, I wonder how much, like, we've all been talking about during the season, the shape Damiris Dantas is in. And it genuinely looks to be like a lot of what she is doing is conditioning. A lot of what she is doing is moving. And look, you don't gain crazy speed in your 30s. Like, you don't. Like, she's not going to be this runner. But you've just got to be in good enough shape to keep up with the fever. You don't need to be a rim runner. She can play the 5. It's just about being in good enough shape to do that. And then this is a picture I saw on Twitter from the Ken Swift account. And it is Damiris Dantas last year compared to this year. And look, obviously, it's very different. Two very different, if your arms lifted up versus that position, it can make you obviously look like you've lost much weight, but it's not that. She is in seriously good shape. Like, this version of Dantas compared to this version of Dantas, she is in ridiculous shape. It's the best shape Damiris Dantas has genuinely been in since, like, early on in her WNBA career. And this is a player who, honestly, I thought was okay last year. I'll always say this. She was fine last year. She was absolutely fine. Like, she had some good games. Was it the Dallas Wings where she hit 2 huge shots? But, like, there were seasons where Dantas was putting up, like, 12.9 points per game in the bubble, which is impressive. Which is very, very impressive. And obviously, look, she has that ability to shoot the 3-ball. She had a season where she shot 43%. She shot 39% last year. And she had 2 huge, I think it was Dallas where she had 2 massive shots. I think that was to send him into the playoffs. So, like, Dantas has a lot going for her, just as far as, like, just playing ability-wise and just how she likes to play and fit, because she is a legitimate stretch 4, and she has more size than a Sophie Cunningham. So, I would rather have her as a stretch 4 off the bench than have, I would rather Sophie Cunningham not play the 4 and have her there. And she can also play the 5. You forget about that. Like, Bree Turner, I know, is a 5. But, like, Damiris Dantas is a much better offensive 5. And now, at least in the shape she's in, it looks like she can play a little bit of 4. And the Fever have such a good roster construction because it depends on what they need. If you need just pure spacing around Caitlin Clark, Dantas at the 5, Sophie Cunningham at the 4. If you need rim running, like elite level rim running, you might be able to go with a 4-5 combination of some combo of Natasha Howard, Bree Turner, and Timpson. If you want to go like all out size, you can go Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull. You can then have at the 3 Sophie Cunningham. Again, that's 6 foot, 6'1", 6'1". And then you've got, again, Natasha Howard or a Timpson, who are both ultra-long wingspan, 6'2" players. Or heck, you can play a 6'3", 6'4". You can play Dewana Bonner. Sorry, Dewana Bonner there at the 3. What am I talking about? Dewana Bonner at the 3, Aaliyah Boston and Bree Turner, if you just want pure size. And this is a team that can show so many different looks. Like, this team last year, when they made one change to their starting 5, they sucked. Like, we can be honest here. We watched the Indiana Fever last year. And this is a team that had a plan A, and that plan A was give the ball to Caitlin Clark and hope she makes a good decision. And then when they had Sides ball as well, when Christy Sides thought that she was the reason why the team was winning, so that all the team started doing was going back to her tactics. So they got to the playoffs based on basically letting Caitlin Clark make all the decisions herself, and they then basically said to Christy Sides went and said, like, you know what? I'm the coach. We're gonna go back to the way we played at the start of the season when we didn't play around Caitlin Clark, and we're going back to my style of basketball, which got us a 1-8 start to the season. And that's what we're going for. We're going for, we're going to try lose this playoff series my way. We're losing my way rather than winning the other way. And the sides ball tactic was a guaranteed loss. And at least when it came to Caitlin, like her just as a system was so effective. And now you've got a coach that can actually coach the sport of basketball. You've got so many different looks that this team can throw. The team can go pace and space. The team can go slow it down. The team can run the floor. The team can put a flat-out defensive five with Coulson there. Like, you can go all-out defense with Coulson at the one at times. Like, if you just need it for a couple of minutes, if you want to get Caitlin a break, you can go Coulson at the one, Sophie at the 2, Lexi at the 3. Heck, you can go Sophie at the 1, Lexi at the 2, Dewana Bonner at the 3, Bree Turner at the 4, Aaliyah Boston at the 5. Bree Turner at the 5, Timpson at the 4, or Natasha Howard at the 4, more so Timpson, and switch everything. They have a potential switch everything lineup in the WNBA. Like, this Fever team is going to be scary, and Damiris Dantas getting in shape is going to be a huge part of that. Because if you're not going to be able to run, you're not going to be able to play. And this is a player that you could see. You could see there was a player in there last year. She just wasn't in good enough shape by the end of the year. Like, she was hitting shots. She was doing a lot of really good things. She just was not in good enough shape to play at the level and speed that the Fever needed her to play at in order to compete for a championship. And you might be saying, oh, the Fever weren't competing for a championship last year. I think those players believed they were competing for a championship. I think the fans rightfully believed that that team was competing for a championship too. So, all in all, it's a really big thing that we're seeing these players like really caring. And I hope Sophie Cunningham comes out and is in ridiculous shape. Like, that would be the most ideal thing. That would be the most ideal thing is that Sophie Cunningham manages to figure it out. Well, not even figure it out. Manages to, like, slide in seamlessly. And we haven't seen Sophie Cunningham and Bonner. Like, you trust Dewana Bonner is just working out because Dewana Bonner has been in the league 17 years and is one of the greatest players of all time. So you would assume that she's kind of got everything okay. And yeah, it's looking good if you're a Fever fan, especially again with the Michaela Timpson. With the Michaela Timpson signing. Oh, there's going to be another couple of videos. There's going to be another video about Timpson, and I'm going to talk about the other rookies. I'm going to talk about Ejim, the Canadian rookie they signed. And yeah, so there's going to be quite a few of them there. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.